Hello, and welcome to the Morning Glory Oracle for today. I hope you've got your coffee or your tea with you right now, and maybe you have an intention for today, something that you're working with, or maybe you just have an open mind and you want to see what the message is. First, I'm going to offer some sage. So if you do have an intention, or you just want to clear your mind and clear your energy field, just let this smoke wash over your body right now and your spirit. Just wrapping up your prayers and your intentions with smoke and sending them to spirit, and also cleansing your field. Just leaving anything behind and letting it wash away. So today we're going to do something interesting. We're going to pull just an animal card. I love animal spirit medicine. I have been working with animals and animal spirits for about 25 years. I have the traditional animal medicine deck, and I also work with many animal spirits that are not in this deck, and I use other sources, including my own intuition and my observations in the natural world, to gain insight on animal medicine. So an animal totem, a totem is a spirit that brings you strength and wisdom and learning and even warnings sometimes. And it's a strength object or energy or spirit that you carry with you, that walks along with you. So you may have personal totems that live with you for your whole life. You may have totems that come in for a little period of time, and you might have a totem that just speaks to you for a day or a week. You should always pay attention if there's a particular animal that is crossing your path, in an unusual way, something that hasn't crossed your path before. And the rational mind can say, oh, well, it's spring, of course I'm going to see robins. But it's more if your mind is catching this animal, if it's coming in from a direction that you're like, oh, this is, I'm thinking significant thoughts when I see this animal, and it speaks to me in a particular way, I don't know anyone who has the mosquito as an animal totem, but maybe there are people out there. So I love animals because in their behavior and in their habits, and in their energy, they give us life lessons. They give us strength, and they give us a lesson on how to live and how to walk in the world. So whatever animal that we pick today is going to be our helper in how we're walking today, and maybe even this week, depending on how it sits with you. Okay, so grab your intention. Just let it rest inside your mind and take a big deep breath with me. Good. Let that intention sink down into your heart space. So really feel it in your heart, in your emotions, and in your awareness, in your connection. And take a big breath and breathe it down into your tummy. Your tummy and your hips. You can move your hips and settle your intention into the seat of your being. And then imagine it just floating down your legs into the earth, so that it's rooting in exactly where we are right now, where you are on the planet, and exactly what your life is like, and exactly what your day is like right now. Okay, let's see what it is. It's the raccoon. This is a really powerful and interesting totem. The raccoon usually sits with us for a long time. So this may sit with you for today, but it's likely to sit with you for longer, maybe even more like 6 to 9 months. I have worked with raccoon medicine a lot in my life, actually. I used to carry a raccoon tail around with me, everywhere I went. This is a potent medicine for learning what your roles are in community and what masks you're taking on and wearing in order to get along with others and for social belonging. The raccoon is also a medicine of great generosity. The raccoon shares its food and its resources with all of the other raccoons around it. The raccoon will invite its family to share in a feast. They're not hoarders. They love to commune with other raccoons and they love to share the bounty. That's why you'll see groups of them, if there's a trash pile somewhere, they're all just in there together. And a raccoon will often lead other raccoons to the bounty as well. It's not trying to keep it to itself. It's not greedy and selfish. So the raccoon, it teaches us to look at the different roles we're playing for the people around us. What mask are you wearing? What are you wearing today? Are you putting on a mask to go to work? A lot of masks are necessary. This is not a bad thing. There's a lot of, perspectives maybe in spiritual society saying, take off your mask and, you need to be open to everything and everyone. And that's actually bad boundaries. We need to have masks in order to function in society. So what's the mask? I wear a mask when I go to the grocery store. I'm not just going to be like in my deepest feelings when I'm working with the checkout person getting my groceries, But then there's other masks that are maybe not as useful. They're masks that prevent us from being vulnerable. They're masks that we use in interpersonal relationships that don't help us get closer to others and don't help us really relax. So we want to be relaxed in our strength. We want to be in a proper boundaries, so with a proper system around us of what's inside and what's outside, and so sometimes the masks that we wear will be helpful. It's great to make a list of the masks that you're wearing at any given time. Oh, I work. I'm also a parent. I really enjoy this group activity that I do, like dragon boating or something like that, and I wear this mask for that, but I wear a different mask when I'm socializing with my close personal friends. And maybe I take off my mask with my really personal, intimate relationships and my friends. Maybe I want to change the mask that I'm wearing in society. Maybe I want to wear a happier mask and be considerate of what's around me and put on a mask of of happiness and contentment to share that with other people. And I know that it's not advised to be masking all the time, masking your emotions and pretending to be happy. But when we're out in society and we put on a smile and we serve others with generosity and cheerfulness, it often will lift our own spirits as well. So a light mask of gentleness, of curiosity towards others, of kindness, can often be very helpful for your mental health. I know that I have a really crazy car. There's a lot of paint on my car and it's very, very bright and it does get attention. And on some days when I feel really crabby and I feel like I have a sour face, I'm driving around in my car and people notice it and they're smiling and I'm like, I've got to represent. This car is a cheerful car, so I've got to smile. I can't just be in my sour little place. And so I wave and smile and I realize that my medicine is bringing happiness to other people, whether it's through my car or through my smile. And that always brings me out of my bad mood a little bit. It lifts the fog and the cloud. So think about, what are the masks that are necessary for you? What are the masks that you enjoy wearing? Many of us like to dress up and do different roles or, volunteer in different situations or participate in different community events. Some of us like to wear actual masks like costume parties or drag events, dressing up in drag, and wearing a mask can often help you represent a part of yourself that is really essential. So don't think of a mask as a bad thing. Just think about what masks you really want to have and which masks are not serving you right now. So you can kind of discern that a little bit. And then the generosity piece. Are you being generous with the people around you? Are you sharing of yourself? Are you giving of your resources? How can you give more? How can you pay attention to what's around you and hand out more? So yeah, raccoons they're very cute, they're very mischievous, they're super smart. Some consider them pests, and maybe they are pests if they build a den underneath your front porch. You should never feed them in the wild. They're perfectly capable of getting food on their own, even if that is from your garbage can. Anyways, so think about raccoon, and you're probably gonna start seeing raccoons around your neighborhood or, you know, wherever you go, and it'll remind you to think about who you are to other people and how you relate to other people in community. That's it for today. One animal, one medicine, one totem. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. I hope you take this totem to heart and meditate on its uses for you. Have a good day. Thanks for joining me.